So, if you're like me, well, maybe not like me because I've been here about half a dozen times, and you want some advice, or you don't know how to plan your trip to Universal Studios, or you maybe want to be informed, well, I'm going to give you a couple tips on what I'm going to give you about the park. First of all, always be informed. Always know what the park hours are. Always know what's going on, because you might go out there and you might find out the park closes at 7. Yes, that does kind of happen sometimes. Secondly, make sure what benefits your Universal Pass comes with. Some of them come with a discount, some of them don't. If they do, always use that pass to get your discount for your merchandise, your food, or anything in the park. Believe me, it makes a difference and it will help you out. Thirdly, I also want to add, how many days are you staying? Maybe 2-3 days? For me personally, I say about maybe 4 to 5 days if you want to get everything done in the park. So if you intend to ride everything, then maybe those 2 or 3 days might not be enough for you. But yeah, have intentions on what your plans are for the park. Do you plan on riding everything? Do you plan on doing this? Do you plan on doing that? Have a general intention, and also separate some time just to walk around the park, take in the scenery, enjoy each world or park, whatever you want to call it. Let me know what term you actually prefer, the world or park. Like if I said Jurassic Park World or Jurassic Park, which kind of sounds weird now that I'm saying that. But yeah, have actual intentions. And that's kind of how I think you'd plan your trip. Do you want 3 days? Do you want 5 days? Do you want 6? I've been here for I think 2 weeks, or almost 2 weeks at one point. And either way, I enjoyed it. So even if you're not intending to buy anything or go on any rides, just the walk alone, it's just enough. It's enjoyable. You can walk around the park. Yeah, you'll get hungry, of course. But yeah, if you want to ride everything, I think you need more than 3 days, in my personal opinion. But if you have only intent to ride, let's say, Simpsons, Transformers, and you want to go to Islands and grab a ride with River Adventure, and you want to go to Jimmy Fallon's race, what's it called, Race to New York, I believe it is, then maybe you can kind of plan your trip that way, but kind of intend yourself to have whatever you and or family or whoever you are with to get to have enough time to get what you want to do done. So when you have free time, you can stop, enjoy the scenery, have a nice walk, get something to eat, or even you can also, because you can make yourself a G Fuel that helps me get me through my day. It's not sponsored, but we're grinding out for that Code Striker. So everybody in the comments who watches, give me some help. Let's achieve Code Striker before the move to Florida, because that'd be absolutely amazing to say also use Code Striker at the end of every single one of these videos. That'd be absolutely amazing. The first ever content creator for theme parks that has a code for G Fuel. That'd be kind of fun, don't you think? But yeah, stay tuned for more tips and tricks and a few moments here, because I'm going to go stop in to my usual place, Diagon Alley, which is probably where you're going to find me most of the time. It's either Diagon Alley or Jurassic Park. Most of the time is about where I hang out or where I usually am. So yeah, if you're ever down here and you want to say hello to me, that's probably where I'm going to be. But yeah, stay tuned for more tips and tricks or advice or suggestions after I have some ice cream. So another piece of advice I'd like to give you is, if you want to get things done in and out, like I just had an ice cream. I went into the building, got an ice cream, no line, no nothing. So no wait time. And that helped me out to get the earliest start of the day to get what I need to get done. And speaking of getting what you want to get done, if you want to avoid long lines, like on roller coasters, look up from X, Twitter, your Universal app. That'll probably help you out a lot, as it probably has helped me out, because you want to look up and see what the queues are like for each ride. Is it 15 minutes, 25 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes? Well, speaking of rides, for those of you who have been to Universal Studios Orlando, what is your favorite ride to go on in the park, and how many times have you been on it? I'm curious. Some people actually keep track. Some people actually keep count. As I was saying, the earliest part of the day during opening, the wait times are minuscule. They can be 5 to 20 minutes. So if you want to get that ride on Transformers, if you want to get that ride on Hagrid's motorbike adventures, or any ride in the park, always get it done as early as possible in the morning, because first of all, you could be wasting a lot of your time in the afternoon or the evening with your park enjoyment, just waiting on a ride for like an hour, hour and a half, but it's like, man, I could be enjoying the park. Man, I could be enjoying a show that's going on, like the Beak Builders I'm about to pass in the next few minutes, or maybe the little show they have in Diagon Alley where they show off and tell the story of the three brothers. You might be missing that. So get your rides done, get whatever you want done in the morning, as early as possible when the theme park opens up, so in the afternoon, in the evening, or however long you intend to be out here, is your free time to do with whatever you want to do. Even just hang out, chill, sit on a bench, enjoy the weather, or whatever it is you're going to do. So yeah, and as I said, also keep in mind your pass. It does come with a discount. I think I've already said this, but I feel like I need to stress it a little bit more, because some people do forget. If you're like me, there's been times where I have grabbed a snack or purchased a shirt and I forget, and I'm like, dang, imagine if I remembered to use my freaking discount. So yeah, make sure you don't forget your discount. But yeah, as we keep going on with tips, tricks, and advice for newcomers, like as I said, always be informed. Maybe look up some YouTube videos or watch mine, or get an idea of like what the park looks like, where things are at, because you can easily get lost like I did the first maybe the first week, so maybe 5 days, depending how much walking you do. Like me, you might get lost in relearning the park. So that's one big thing I forgot to mention earlier, is if you are going in the park blind and don't know what it looks like and don't know where you're at, a majority of those 3 days, that's why I said 5 days is a recommended stay, if you can make that possible. If not, try and come back within a month or two, or whenever you do plan to come back. Hopefully you do, and if you do, you can always probably find me, because I'm going to be doing videos like this probably like 2 or 3 times a week, depending how I figured out my schedule. Maybe stop and say hello to me once in a blue moon. But yeah, I think 5 days, if you're new or just in general, I think is a standard for the park, if I'm being completely honest with you. But if you're already familiar with the park and you know what you're going to do, I think 3 or 4 days, I think, is just enough time to get done what you want to get done, whether it be just that ride, get that snack, or if you're like me, you get that ice cream from Diagon Alley, because it just hits different, all right? Bark at me if you want to. But yeah, more tips and tricks to come. So if you aren't aware, there is Minionland that just had opened just throughout the summer, I do believe. I'm going to show you off some of the baked goods that is here. That looks absolutely amazing. If it were me, I think I'm going to get me a cupcake in a better time. Maybe the Minion cupcake looks really good. There's a Minion apple. Share a cupcake, but if you're like me, you probably eat the whole thing yourself. Let me know. Let's see, there's some s'mores. They always look good. Maybe I'll get one at some point and review it, or just other snacks at some point in the future in the coming videos. But yeah, I don't think anybody ever really does get the, whatever I was trying to say. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you can also get some Minions merch inside here too. You get some nice little hoodies. Even this little hoodie, I think is kind of nice. You can get it for $65, and don't forget your discount. I think I got to stress that every single time I show off merch or talk about merch or food or whatever, because believe me, let me know in the comments down below how many times either you didn't know or you completely forgot that your Universal Pass comes with a discount. It usually saves you about $5-7, depending on what you're spending or what you bought or the price of the item. Sometimes if it's food, it's never going to be that big of a savior. Like if I get when I get an ice cream, I save I think like 75 cents or something such as around there. But yeah, I haven't been into this place yet, believe me or not, and I've been here since Saturday, and I have not come into anything Minionland. I've walked past it. But yeah, have you been in a Minionland? Do you intend to go to Minionland? Are you hyped for the evolution of Universal Studios with this new Minionland idea going on? Speaking of Minionland, marshmallow treats. This looks kind of good to me. Maybe I'll pick them up at some point, because right now They're going for $16. A bit steep, I will admit. But you know, if you want a little snack for around the park, believe me, those snacks do come in handy for sure at the end of the day. Or if you want a little cute little keychain, or the cute little Minion cupcake, I kind of like this myself. I'm going to get me a universal bag at some point, and maybe I'll put one of these little guys on it. That's going to go for $13, which is a pretty good deal to me. Or if you just want a plushie that's a cupcake and Minion themed, that's going to go for $15 for this little guy here. I wouldn't mind having it myself and on like my display shelf or whatever we're going to do with it. Or if you want a nice little, I guess, backpack or purse or whatever you want to call it, there's a bunch of them down here. And right now they're going to go for probably, let's see, $82. So yeah, that's pretty steep. But if you really want the Minion cupcake, bag, purse, whatever you want to call it, everybody gets kind of upset when you kind of call things the wrong name. I don't really care. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. But yeah, you want a nice, cute little bag to carry around with you with all your goodies, your chapstick, your phone, whatever it is that you bring with you into the park. As most backpacks usually will be between like $75 and $80 some dollars. But maybe you'll get lucky and get a base one, because I think the basic medium-sized backpacks usually are like 85 or 45 to 60, so they're a little bit more acceptable as far as the price and wherever else. But yeah, I think we're gonna head out of here and get back into our tips, tricks, and advice video stuff as we pass through and almost forget this backpack right here. And I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go the same price as a little cupcake. I don't see it in the room right now, but we're gonna head out and do something else. Maybe we'll go on ET, as I've been saying that for the past 3 or 4 times I've been out here or come out here or whatever. But I think tonight it's gonna be the night I'm gonna go ride ET. So first of all, speaking of Minions, somebody's out right now. But also speaking of Minions, have you been on Minion Blast? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What is your thoughts on the Minion Blast? I'm gonna wait until I move down here, and I'm probably gonna try it out, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it afterwards. And every review is absolutely authentic. But we're gonna check this guy out here, see what he's doing. Are you a fan of Despicable Me? Are you a fan of Minions? I've not really been interested in this series, to be fair, but I'm going to some point check them out again and see if my opinion changed. Just never really got behind the plot of the first movie. Just, I don't know, but maybe I'll check out Minions and I'll like that better. It's kind of like Madagascar. Like, some people like the penguins, some people like, what's up?
Very good.
But as I was saying, there's some people who like Madagascar, and there's some people who just like the penguins of Madagascar. They're just a fan of the penguins. Or maybe you like King Julian. So let me know in the comments down below. With both those series, what is your favorite part of it, or do you just like it as a fan? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, we'll do some more meet and greets and more fun stuff in the future. But yeah, again, Minion Blast, do you like that ride? Do you hate that ride? Do you think it could change? My personal opinion, I haven't tried it, but going kind of on like a, going on kind of like a, well, I've seen it. I've seen people do it. They do not want you to record, do anything like this. Probably get away with it if you had a GoPro, as some rides could be like that if you're lucky. But I was personally hoping they were going to do a system like Men in Black, but do, kind of with the blaster, Men in Black, but Minion themed. And I do like how they've made improvements, but more on that when I try it myself, get my hands on it. And I can give a more authentic review, reaction, feeling. But this is kind of how my impression is of it right now. Right now it's like buggy, there's a lot of issues. Some guns do and don't work. And speaking of meet and greets, let's go check out some Transformers stuff. I don't watch Transformers, but maybe I'm going to try Transformers pretty soon here. If you're a fan of Transformers, let me know what your favorite movie or show of the franchise is in the comment section down below. But me growing up, I'm kind of that weird kid. I was that Jimmy Neutron guy. I was that Very Odd Parents, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes. Let's see, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. But never was a big G.I. Joe guy or a big Transformers guy. Never really followed along with that, or like Dragon Ball Z. Just, I don't know. It's like you like one thing and that type, but you look at something else that's kind of similar to where you think you'd like it and you don't. You're not into it. You don't hate it. You're nothing against it. Like Transformers. I dig it. I like the concept. They're cars and they turn into robots and whatever else. But Yeah, you let me know how you feel about stuff like that. Anyways, let's keep the ball rolling. Maybe to ET. But I guess you'll find out in a few seconds here as you're probably watching and going, will he shut up and go on something and do something? Jesus Christ. Like, oh my God, are you kidding? So one more piece of advice that just dawned on me. First of all, there are some people who just don't know. You'd be surprised people who don't know. But if you don't have a Universal Pass, just like Disney World or Disneyland, both Disney Springs and City Walk are both free to enter. They're free access. They do not require a membership. And also keep this in mind. I mean, you'll be missing out on your discount, of course, and believe me, you'll regret it. But yeah, sometimes they have merch stores like the Universal Studios merch store. They have the Universal Legacy merch store. And Legacy usually shows off more like nostalgia stuff like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and much, much more like Back to the Future and so on. So yeah, those of you who just don't know, I want to let you know that City Walk is free for access. And usually is open longer than the park because there's a lot of restaurants that people like to go to after they've had their time in the park, and they usually stay open between like 12 and 2 a.m. But yeah, as I said before, always check your local listings from like Twitter. I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter. Everyone's gonna call it Twitter. I don't care. Twitter gang, where are you at in the comment section down below? Or are you calling it X? I don't hate the name. It just feels weird calling it X as a social media platform. It's just weird. I don't mind the change. I actually like it. It's just weird calling it what I'm calling it. But yeah, follow them on Twitter if you haven't already. They usually post every single day the park hours for each park, for City Walk, Volcano Bay, and whatever else. Well, speaking of that, I don't think I'm really ever going to be showing off Volcano Bay, but maybe in the future I'll do something with it. I don't entirely know. But what is your favorite thing to do inside Universals? Is it the rides? Is it the parks themselves? Is it Volcano Bay? What is your favorite part about Universal Studios? And also keep in mind, I'm going to be doing Disney World completely blind. Well, not completely blind per se, as far as like, I have some familiarity with watching YouTube videos and whatnot, but I'm also at that point to where I've never walked through it, so that's kind of where the experience is going to be completely different. So when I start doing Disney World videos, it's going to be my authentic impression or reaction or whatever else, because everything here is authentic. It's not, if I don't like something, if I like something, if I don't think it's great, I'm going to tell you that. It's just how I feel, and if you have different opinions on something, let me know in the comment section down below. But we're going to try and get away with going on ET and maybe film it, hopefully. Last time I was able to, but the video wasn't too great, but we're going to try it out now. I think I'm getting lucky right now. And again, like I said, it's early in the morning. 10-minute wait for ET. Let's see, usually ET usually goes like 30 some minutes, I think you gotta wait, but now I'm waiting like 10 minutes. So that's pretty good. What is your, what was I gonna say? What's your longest wait time in a coaster? And if, are certain rides worthy of waiting an hour? Okay, here we go, guys. I'm gonna have audio either turned off with this, or I'm gonna have it turned down low when I'm trying to show. We're gonna do some music over it. Here we go. The second time recording riding it.
Wait, they got ET.
Fans
They're getting away. Unit 3, cut them off. In the bush. What? The orange light.
I cannot turn the light on, guys. It's been a minute since I've been on ET, so it feels a bit weird. But I have a good seat this time with the ride.
Got him. At the bottom of the hill.
I think we'll get away, it'll be alright. We gotta have a way to push though. Get away!
They're getting away! Look, they're flying!
Oh, here we go, the best part. The view of the city, probably the best part of ET, in my personal opinion. And here they go flying away, or we go flying away. I guess I could say I could be safe. I hope I got the baseball diamond. You guys will tell me. But yeah. Probably a favorite ride out of out of Universal that they tried to get rid of, but nobody in the fan base will let them get rid of it. Now here we go. We're gonna speed up a little bit. No, we're not. You thought we were speeding up. Oh, here we go. Here's our little buddies.
E.T. Go to Tickly. Hurry.
E.T. Go home.
But again, what is your favorite ride at Universal Studios?
Tickly.
Is it E.T. and why?
Welcome home. You or die.
Welcome home.
Mad dog.
So it is a pretty relaxing ride, nothing really too intense, nothing crazy. I think anybody, in my opinion, probably could ride it with no issues. Those of you who are not really ride people, I'm not really a coaster guy, but I like my more cinematic, relaxing kind of rides. So yeah, probably won't get too much ride content from me on my end, but some rides you cannot record. So I'm just doing the best I can with certain rides and what I can do overall. Maybe I'll do Spider-Man at some point in the future. I've never been on that one. So I've only been on a couple of rides so far. I think only Escape from Gringotts, E.T., and I've been on Men in Black. So be sure to get your high score on Men in Black, but that's going to be a big thing. Probably like bi-weekly or a couple times a month. Your high score, let me know what your high score is on Men in Black as we finish off E.T. Adventure. Oh. Kind of slow down, but yeah, I think we're gonna cut this video here, guys. Okay, so we're all done with E.T. and yeah, I've been kind of negligent to do something that I forgot even existed. It was a thing I'm supposed to do on the channel, but it's trivia. Yes, you enjoy trivia, you enjoy questions. I do. Maybe you do. Maybe you can come up with your own questions. But yeah, question of the day, or question of this video, or question of this moment, maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll do multiple questions throughout the video, or maybe one question throughout the day. Let me know, would you like multiple questions, or would you like question of the day or question of the video? But yeah, question of the video. When did E.T. the movie first release? That is your question of the day. And also, who directed E.T.? Which is probably an easy question, so I'm kind of gonna add that to you. But please, no cheating if it's possible. Leave your guesses down in the comment section down below. And the first one to get it right, I'll be sure to give it a like. And yeah, let's get on with today's video. So kind of not really a tip, trick, or advice part of this video, but I'm just gonna, because being that I'm walking through the Simpsons land, I'm curious, since it's probably gonna be going probably within the next, probably after Epic opens, there'll probably be some info about it being changed, along with Marvel probably be next to it. Let me know in the comment section down below, when Simpsons goes, or if it even goes, what do you hope replaces the Simpsons? Are you hoping maybe Trekland? Are you hoping, a lot of people have said, I think Secret Life of Pets probably what replaces it. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think the Simpsons land is going to be replaced with. I'm very curious. Let me know. So, kind of a new thing I want to start on the channel. I've always said I want to bring more things to the park. As a lot of people do this kind of stuff, they'll tell you info, they'll show off some merch, and do what they normally do, try out new food, new snacks, and so on. And I'm not hating anybody who does that. It's nice, I'm not complaining, but I want to take a different approach, and I want to bring things to the park itself, whether it be ideas, your thoughts, your opinions, what could be changed, so on, etc. So we're going to call these moments critical moments. It is time for that critical moment. We're going to transition in a logo probably later on down the line. But critical moments, I don't know if it's going to be, it's probably going to be a mixture of a segment with these videos, or it's maybe going to be its own little series of a video if I want to have like a long-term conversation about it. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a mix, but I guess you can call it a critical moment. But I think Harry Potter, specifically the Night Bus, deserves to have its own theme park ride. I don't know, it just seems like the Night Bus kind of was done dirty. It's nice to have the Night Bus out there, and you can talk to the, you can talk to the head, you can talk to the bus driver. It's nice, it's cool, it's fun. You can leave that there perfectly fine. but there is a ride that nobody really cares too much about. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but that is the Fast and Furious ride, and a lot of people would just like to see it go. And it's not the ride itself that people don't like, it's the video story from point A to point B that people just find mediocre, boring, and kind of like directionless, with like no story, no plot. Just kind of just plays little scenes and you go in a circle, and people don't really like that. But somebody had brought up, I think at one point, or maybe I brought it up, I can't remember, but I remember it coming up, and I think like a stream or a conversation with somebody, and somebody had brought up that maybe Fast and Furious just needs to be replaced with, you guessed it, the night bus. So think about this. You have a night bus ride. I think it'd be absolutely fun if done right. If you remake the coaster itself into the night bus, and maybe you have different levels. Maybe, I don't know, it will be kind of fun. If they can possibly create the illusion of the bus getting smaller or thinner. I don't know, but just the general ride, even if it's just a copy and paste of the bus ride from, I believe it was Prisoner of Azkaban. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, but sometimes I twist and turn some of my movies, so bear with me. Bark at me later if I get something wrong. I don't really care. But yeah, how would you feel about the night bus being a ride and replacing Fast and Furious, or even extending Harry Potter as a whole? Because as I was saying, like just the ride from like when Harry gets picked up from wherever he was, all the way to London would be kind of fun, because that is part of London anyways. So yeah, let me know, how would you feel about that? If that's just the copy and paste ride, or maybe they do their own spin on it, an original take on it with referencing movie scenes and movie parts, would be kind of fun. But yeah, let me know. But yeah, this has been a critical moment with Striker's Crib. So let's stop in just a moment. Let's play the saxophone just for a moment, because sometimes, like I said, you got to have 4 or 5 days to enjoy the park itself, because those 3 days, a lot of the time you're probably going to be enjoying the rides itself and trying to get on them and waiting in line, and they could be a nuisance. So if you don't have enough days, you might be missing out on these shows, which I think he's probably going back in, I do believe. So maybe we probably caught the end of it. I don't entirely know. But yeah, like getting 4 to 5 days to enjoy the park is always nice, because I think you want to take a full day to actually enjoy the scenario, the shows, or what's just going on, because sometimes that's just half the fun of the park. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know. I'm actually curious.
I know we're ready.
What is...
Are you ready for Jingle and Blues, the Blues Brothers?
We're going to quote the Blues Brothers. I'm not going to quote that for copyright reasons. But let me know. I'm very curious. Those of you who don't live in Florida, what is the longest you have stayed in Florida going to the parks? For me, it's been, I think, 2 weeks, and I probably said that already. But let me know, what's your longest stay at Universal? Did you actually enjoy it? Let me know what your critical moments were about the park, or shows, or whatever, or your thoughts, opinions, impressions. Let me know. Did you go in blind? Did you go in informed? Let me know. I'm very curious. I don't think we've had any coaster action shots, so why not get one with the red rocket? And down and around and back through. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you been on the big red rocket, I believe it's called? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, have you been on that? Do you like it? Let me know. So I think that's going to conclude this video of the day for tips, tricks, and advice for me, unless I come up with something down the road before this goes up. But yeah, it looks like it possibly could be raining today. It's kind of cloudy, a bit cool. You know, not humid, not hot, but somewhere in the middle. It's not too bad out today. But yeah, as always, don't forget to follow me on social media for all the news and what's going on with me. Like my Twitter is Striker's Crib, Instagram is official Striker's Crib. I'm Striker's Crib on everything, even Twitch is Striker's Crib. But yeah, as I say, Striker's Crib on everything except Instagram, which is official right in front of it. And yeah, you know what to do. You know where to find me. And keep it energized. Do what keeps you going. Let me know in the comments down below what keeps you going. And let's get into that G Fuel message of the day.
Hey, Striker, hope you're having a great time over at the theme parks. Cannot wait to check them out, man. Just want to say it's been awesome getting to know you, becoming friends, playing some Fortnite. And again, just like Striker always says,
Keep it energized.
Yo, man.